Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I've been doing badly on the daily challenge, but it's time for greed mode. And we're gonna not do so badly today. Lazarus greed mode scares the shit out of me. But I kinda like it because it scares the shit out of me. Do you understand where I'm coming from here? We're gonna give it a shot. My thinking is you start, Isaac.ng.exe has stopped working, so don't worry about that too much, I guess. We'll just restart the run here. We are in the middle of ARG territory, so I don't know. Maybe we just unlocked the greatest secret that the game has ever seen. Maybe it's because we had a run continued or something like that. I don't know. But Lazarus, greed, begin. Isaac. Okay, you know what? Thinking we probably won't play as Lazarus today is Lazarus is not meant to be played as right now. That's okay. I can understand where you're coming from on that one. Not anybody's absolute favorite character, I guess. I don't really want to play as Blue. Caden? Do Caden? Great. No, Isaac, new game stopped working. Okay, well. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we'll not play greed mode right now. And instead, we'll do a dark room run. Ooh, how spooky. A dark room run. We can do a dark room run as Lazarus or as Samson. Samson also has the Hush. So why don't we try Samson? And the game actually loaded. Whoa, what is this magic? 9CT6 3JZY. Dark room, Hush, Mega Satan if possible. But, you know, let's not get too bent out of shape, you know? It's like Animal Collective said, you know, there isn't much that I feel I need. Samson win. Don't forget the negative. It sort of worked, you know. I'm not much of an AV terror myself, but, you know, I can put on airs for a while. Okay. Getting back into, some Isaac Equilibrium, which is good. This is what we want, you know. When you first get a new pair of underwear, it's tight and constricting. After a while, it just feels like a part of you. That's what Afterbirth is like right now. It's a new pair of underwear we're getting prepared to leave our mark on. So I need to, harness this sense of newness, this sense of novelty, while at the same time bringing, you know, the familiarity that I had with Rebirth itself, and the comfort that I had with Rebirth itself, so that I don't lose as badly as I have been losing. He just walked right on by us there. Not that we've been playing particularly god-awful or anything like that, but we've had some uneven runs, and, you know, if we're eventually going to be going for streaks or something like that, that's the kind of thing we need to take care of. We need to take care of unevenness and inconsistency. For now. We're on the first floor, going very, 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 very slowly indeed. We will, try to find our item room and then just move on. I mean, you don't have any particular rush right now. It would be awesome to... Ooh, not so bad. Golden key out of Tinted Rock. It would be awesome to get a damage upgrade early. It would also be awesome to get enough money to possibly spawn on a blood bank on the next floor, get an IV bag, etc., etc., etc. If that's indeed in the cards for us, that would be excellent. If not, life goes on, you know? That's our second scent. We're probably going to be looking for... Man, Second Scent is just a great name for a perfume as well. But if we're... I know, because I'm a noted scentologist, which is not the word that they like to use for themselves, but as an auteur of the genre, I find it definitely the most applicable word that I could offer. Maybe we can get 2 cents out of this pot here. No, we got Small Rock, though, which is basically what we're shooting for. More damage, but minus the middleman of the IV bag in the first place. That being said, I would still very much like to... get enough money to spawn an arcade on the next floor. Could crack into that pot. Don't love the idea, but it is doable. Think it's the second secret room right here? I think it's the second secret room right there. Red chest that gives us 2 bombs. Okay. Fight Ragman. Whether or not we need to hurt ourselves to make this one work is highly debatable. I think I'm not going to use another bomb because it's pretty clear that, you know, 1 bomb is not necessarily the best value proposition for us here. Wow, terrible damage on my part. Get your freaking spider head out of here, Ragman. Nobody cares. That probably should have hit me if I'm being 100% honest. Ragman is dead. Now he's just got a couple of spiders left for us to take care of. This guy's got like 2 hits left in him. 3, 4. Okay. Acceptable. Jesus Juice, right on schedule for boss rush. Nothing wrong with this. Just trying to make sure our run is strong enough to do Dark Room and Hush if possible. What's my number one priority? Hush, if we can. If I could cross Hush off the to-do list and never have to touch it again, or at least not have to touch it again for a while, that'd be great. I don't want to spoil anything, but on Kate's stream last night, please, before I even say this, because people are going to be mad, they're going to say, it was a huge flippin' spoiler, NL. This is not on my save file, this is on my wife's save file. If you want to find the video, I'm sure it'll be up in the next, week or so over at her YouTube channel at youtube.com/proboxstudio. But I did beat Hush with the Lost last night on my wife's stream, so... I mean, it was her save file, so she really is getting the great end of the bargain there. It took an incredible run. Basically, Nod Leaf, Mom Transformation, Brimstone. Wow, that's not our secret room. Little Brimstone, hey, that's not so bad. That wasn't part of the lost victory, but... And then we just waited for Hush to, like, stand on top of us. And then the knife from the Mom transformation did wonders for us. But at the same time, that kind of makes it sound... Oh, did I say Nod Leaf? Because we had to stand still for a lot of that, like, hour-long fight. But that makes it sound like, oh, you just stand still and eventually, you win. No, it wasn't like that. Because occasionally... The Hush actually gets itself in kind of an equilibrium that you have to break it out of by killing some of his familiars. In the meantime, it's still like super bullet helly, and you've got to do some pretty incredible dodges. At least I felt like they were pretty incredible dodges, but I might be a little bit biased in that. So I know that I'm going to have to do that again in the future, and I'm not super excited about it because it was incredibly difficult. But if I can knock out more characters with the not with the Lost, but if I can knock out more characters with the Hush or for the Hush. That would be good, I think. I'm starting to get a little bit more of a foundation for how to take out that boss semi-consistently. I think that's a good thing, You gotta remember, I'm guilty of this too. What life is like right now is not necessarily what life is gonna be like forever. There was a time where, fighting the Haunt on the first floor, no matter how much HP you had, was like, if not a death sentence, it at least left you extremely vulnerable for the future. And now it's just like, that's just... part of life. You fight the Haunt, maybe you get hit a little bit more likely than against any other first floor boss. Maybe the Hush will be like that eventually. Range plus tears and 3 random hearts, 2 of them useful for us. That's good. We'll take both. Judas' Shadow, sure. Gimpy, sure. Probably won't get immediate value out of Judas' Shadow, but we should try, to be honest with you, because if we're going to beat Hush, or we're going to do the Dark Room, it would be advantageous, if possible, to get to that. I don't know why I'm speaking with the cadence of Frank Underwood now. It would be advantageous, if possible, Claire, for us to kill ourselves as soon as is possible. That's not a good Frank Underwood anymore. I've replaced it with my Christopher Nolan, who is Australian, but actually isn't Australian in real life impression. I want to drop the Batmobile. Michael Caine, you can't drive the Batmobile! That's why we got Christian Bale. It's just a prop, Michael. Anyway, look for those in my one-man show on off Broadway, off-putting Broadway. Come on, this fall. I haven't written it yet. It's already the winter, so this is we've missed our deadline, but I still have hopes. You can contribute to our Kickstarter today. Down on the next floor. So basically what I'm thinking now is as soon as we get HP, even if it's in the form of a single Spirit Heart, we'll kill ourselves and come back with Judas' Shadow. And we will get HP, If we have to, or if, I should phrase it differently, if we get the opportunity to kill ourselves and come back via the deal with the devil. That way we could at least productively get some items out of it. This is like, I don't want to say it's an ideal Samson run right now. This is like a really cool kind of like playground for deals with the devil right now. And I'm stoked about that. Like, we are in a really good situation in that we're survivable for the medium term, We're not necessarily long-term survivable, and we're not necessarily short-term survivable. We're medium-term survivable. We have a little bit of HP and a respawn that gives us a little bit of HP. But on top of that, we have really, really good damage that stands to get better as the game goes on. We already have our damage sorted, but, we have a double damage multiplier just kind of waiting in the wings for us to be able to use it. That's the mind. Fantastic. So we found our secret room now. Hopefully this gets it. Forgot we had a remote detonator. That was actually perfectly placed. I'm very proud of myself for that one. Maybe there'll be a Spirit Heart in our shop, in which case we will, you know, put ourselves on the fire to die, respawn with Dark Judas, and then handle it. Or I guess we could wait and maybe go to our deal with the devil first. Because it would be better to get a deal with the devil than to be forced to skip it as a result of the fact that we don't have enough HP after respawning as Dark Judas. Yeah, probably better to fight the boss first, if we're being honest. Which is why I'm not really going to sweat that damage at all. Okay, we'll do this room again. Make exactly the same mistake. Well, now, no matter what we take on this deal with the devil, it will kill us unless it's a respawn item. And oh man, if it's 9 lives, we'd like probably rather not take it to begin with here, because then we have to kill ourselves 9 times to respawn as Dark Judas, which actually is probably the objective right decision because it gives us the Guppy item, but good God, would be annoying to facilitate in reality. As you can see, our damage is actually really good. Partly our own tears, partly a little brimstone without a doubt, but it's doing good stuff for us. No deal with the devil, we get meat. So this is actually almost ideal for us. If we can get fire and a Spirit Heart on here, we don't get fire, or sorry, we don't get a Spirit Heart, but we do get fire. So I will kill ourselves on this. We'll respawn as Dark Judas. We'll pick up our HP, and then we'll go. And now our damage is going to be... I mean, we're ignoring meat here, which is a small damage upgrade, 0.3. It's not terrible, but it's not too meaningful on a run like this right now. We can play this once. Our damage is going to be awesome now. That curse room is extremely tempting, but I think we have to wait just a little bit to see what we may or may not get in other places on this floor. Oh, that was nonsense damage. We almost took 2 hits there, which would have been really embarrassing. We will go to our boss trap room, I think. I don't expect many bosses to have too much of a chance to screw with us here, to be honest with you. We're going to be definitely the most dangerous thing on the floor at any given opportunity, but that's just not quite good enough. You know, a regular stone chest, there's always a chance it has Spirit Hearts, but you got to weigh that chance against the risk of us taking damage and stuff like that. Spilled milk. It's like a weird holy water kind of analog, so not in love with it as far as items go, but we can not be too mad about it, I guess. Try blowing all these up. We got 1 pill. Infested. We got 1 pill out of 15 mushrooms, just for the record. That's a little bit below what I would normally expect, but life goes on. We have the #1 thing that you want on every Isaac run. We have high damage. Chaos is also really good if I get the opportunity to buy. Well, I don't know if it's really good, but it's fun. If we get the opportunity to pick it up, I might like to, but I think it's another one of those things that's really good to pick up after your first deal with the devil, or after your deal with the devil that's upcoming. I thought we'd seen this pill, but I guess not. So we know, oh, first off, we know we're going to get a deal with the devil item from this guy. And then we know we have 1 HP despite Curse of the Unknown. I think we have 1.5 Spirit Hearts backing that up. We get the ability to fly, which is fine. It's actually really good. I'm very disappointed. Infested again. Weird. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get another deal with the devil on top of it, but life goes on, I guess. We'll try to make our way to our second room, second secret room, I should say, to hopefully pick up a little bit more HP. As is right now, again, if we're constantly taking a look at this run, from a critical perspective, it looks fine. Now our survivability is worse in the short term. I'll give you that. I'm going to take Lucky Toe instead of Wiggle Worm. Just because I'm a little concerned about our long-term chances, but the thing that worries me now is the Hush thing. You know, the Hush thing meaning that, generally speaking, you usually need a lot of HP in order to successfully beat the Hush. And I'm concerned that... Oh, don't do this. I'm concerned that we're not going to be able to make that happen. But if not, hey, we can just make this a dark room run instead. We should try to get one or the other complete, though. Let's check out our curse room. It has half-price entry now because of the ability to fly, and we got 2 Spirit Hearts out of it, so we made a Spirit Heart and a half there, which is really nice. Yeah, I tried. I got 5 mushrooms again, and no pills at all, so that's not working out too well for us. Hopefully that luck upgrade from the Lucky Penny ends up working out well for us. Ooh, golden bombs. Okay, so that is one of the better consumable pickups for sure. I would say it's maybe even better than golden keys, just because you can use them so much more often. Like, there's so many more things. I don't know if we can play that. There's so many more things that benefit from... that's interesting too, but that benefit from using a bomb that you don't necessarily benefit from using... we definitely could have played it once, but I'm not going to be too salty because we got Godhead. That don't necessarily benefit from using a key. You know, if you don't get golden chests, you can't use a key or a golden key too often. If you don't get stone chests, you can still find opportunities to use unlimited bombs. So now we do have a deal with the devil, and it sucks. But we have precedent already, I thought, so we don't need to take one. Although, you know what? We should take Satanic Bible. We do have Dark Judas, obviously, but... We'll take Satanic Bible because it's a much better item for us. We'll head down to the next floor. This does give us a chance to build up maybe full black hearts before... Oh, wow, our HP was actually really good. It gives us a chance to build up full black hearts before the Hush fight. So this is actually now a very strong run. Incredibly good offense that stands to get better as a result of the Goat Head. And, okay, how to jump. Well, we already got how to fly, so I'm not as interested in that, but... beyond that, we also have really good defense. We have one of the best defensive items in the game in the form of our Satanic Bible. I hate this room. Ability to fly or no ability to fly. We actually got pretty lucky there to make it around without being in too dangerous of a position. Bursting Sack. Spider Love. I don't remember what this does. I think this is one of those items that I've seen like in Boss Rush but haven't picked up myself. I'm assuming bombs explode into spiders. But I might be mistaken. Maybe I've gotten our two spider bomb items confused too much. Because I remember having like things that I thought were spider bombs. And then I put them down and they explode and they don't explode into spiders. And I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand. Maybe there's some kind of like extra trigger I'm missing or something like that. But I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe when enemies die, they explode into spiders. Now that I think about it, that's exactly the same thing as Infestation 2, so I don't think that's it in all likelihood. Let's take Super Bandage so we have red hearts. I was expecting a Krampus fight, and we got it, and, you know, that's fine. That's completely okay. Now, very good time. Lump of coal plus our own shots. Pretty good here. I am expecting to forget that I want to go to the dark room. Do I have my post-it note? Yeah, I have my post-it note here that says dark room, so allow me to apply that to my monitor. Dark room, it says. Dark room. That means we're going to be picking up the negative. I need to get myself psyched up for this. That means we're going to be picking up the negative. That means we're going to be going down the shore. But we're not going to be going down the shore right away. We're going to be going to the Hush fight instead. And, oh, it just fell off my monitor. If I forget this time again... You can blame that on the poor adhesive quality of these brand name 3M post-it notes. As I slip into Frank Underwood's impression there a little bit more. One day I'll just become Frank Underwood. Two of Hearts. Pretty much meaningless. I mean, now that I think about it, what do we care about having the World card? We might as well just pop that right now. Greed fights. We're knocking out all the mini-bosses here. Hopefully this gives us a good chance to do everything on the next floor and still get to Boss Rush. And to be honest with you, I would probably fight Boss Rush if our first item is worth it. If our first item sucks, there's no point, right? But if our first item is worth it, why not do Boss Rush as well? And maybe have the chance to get, you know, better value from it. The one thing we're lacking on this run, at least from the Samson-specific perspective, probably push this TNT into this guy and then blow it up. The one thing we're missing from a Samson-focused perspective is obviously the ability to... Whoa! Penny Tears! Sweet. Again, if you are photosensitive, be careful, because these are going to be bright flashing lights. But that was awesome. Yeah, we're missing an ability to use Bloody Lust effectively. It gets harder and harder to complain about that, the more awesome items we get and the better our damage becomes in spite of not being able to use Bloody Lust effectively, but... it would be maybe like the next thing on our to-do list if we could get it. Is an ability to actually use those effectively. Use that effectively, I should say. And where are we going here? We might as well knock out the important rooms before the boss fight. I mean, this is just like Isaac 101, but At the same time, sometimes, especially on dailies, I find myself, it's like 1959, and I'm like, gotta get into the boss rush room, so we rush it as quickly as we can. On this one, we don't have to do that. We've got enough time, and we have peace of mind, because we know exactly where we're going. 3 of these bad boys. So far, so good. All terrible. What are the odds, man? We'll use Satanic Bible there, obviously. Took 2 hits. Which means that we did get a little bit of a damage bonus. Pokeball. Okay, so people keep being like, NL, have you seen the Pokeball? I've seen the Pokeball. Am I missing the crux of what makes this item awesome? Am I missing a semi-obvious application that makes it not kind of bad? Because so far, it's a really cool mechanic, don't get me wrong. But from a strength-focused perspective, I've never found it very useful. Which, again, might be my own fault. I might be missing an obvious application of it. However, I invite you to inform me of what that is. So we've got a little bit of extra HP here. Bad, but good. It's good because, you know, the more HP we have, the more of a window we have for actually being able to use something like Bloody Lust. If we get IV Bag, which we won't because we're not going to gamble on the Blood Bank on this floor. But it's bad because it means we won't be able to have permanent Polaroid invincibility after this. But now I think about it and I think, wait a minute, we don't want permanent Polaroid invincibility anyway because we are not in the market for the Polaroid, we're in the market for the negative, which is what we're going to take when we finish this fucking floor. Okay. We're at 1820. We do have time to get to our shop because it's directly adjacent to a room we have to go through to get to our boss fight anyway. So we'll check that out. Again, boss rush at this point is optional. I would like to do it if the item is good, and I would like the item to be good, so I would like to do it. But if we don't get the opportunity, we don't get the opportunity. So there's Spider Mod. I'll buy a Spirit Heart for reasons unbeknownst to me. By the time I picked it up, it was too late. But at least we save our battery charge, I suppose. And I could have donated to our donation machine, but I want to, you know, give ourselves the chance to get something unlocked on the post-it note here. The donation machine is definitely, like, pretty high up on Maslow's hierarchy of Isaac needs, you know? Which is to say that, it, you know, you handle the things at the base first, and finishing the post-it note is one of the things at the base of the Isaac's hierarchy of needs. I like Spider Mod as an item, just for being able to visualize how much HP enemies have left when they have shared health bars. We do have a deal with the devil. We're taking the negative. Yo, we did it! We will take Incubus for sure. Book of Belial is interesting, but I don't think is necessary for us right here. We should take Mom's Knife, right? I mean, it's actually kind of shitty because I don't really want to fight Hush up close, but none of the other items are really worth it. You know what? Maybe we take... Taurus is definitely not worth it because we're so slow already. Maybe we take fucking Fear Shot. And I know that people are going to look at this and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But I really feel like if we're going specifically for Hush, this is the right decision. As ridiculous as that sounds. Now, if we're going for Hush, probably also the right decision is not to fight in, you know, boss rush, which might take us like another 2 or 3 minutes. I wouldn't dispute that. You've got a great point. We could use someone like you over at the think tank. However, I'm gonna do it, as we've already established here. And I really feel like taking Mom's Knife and completely fucking over Incubus and making our range dog shit is gonna be a bad decision for us on the Hush fight. The Hush fight requires a very specific, you know, set of criteria to be successful with. Or be successful at, I guess I should say. And I don't really feel like Mom's Knife exists in that. Having high damage for that fight is not the most important thing. It's secondary. So I'm thinking we just save our, you know, Book of, or Satanic Bible charge until it actually becomes relevant for us at any point here. I think we got so much damage, and it's largely because of the Incubus here. So I'm pretty stoked to have this as our item, actually, from the deal with the devil. And I totally think that it's worth the 2 hearts that it's offered. Now, I may come back on that a little later in my Afterbirth career, but for now, you know, that's my initial kind of premature assessment of this item. I think it's really fucking good if you have awesome tiers. If you don't, you got bigger problems. You know, it's... Again, if you aim it properly, which is not me saying, hey, you fucking idiot, aim it properly and it's pretty good, learn how to drive, right? No, it's like, this is an item that is difficult to use 100% effectively and ideally, but at the same time, if you can, it's worth it. So we'll use Satanic Bible again. Gimpy paid out with some HP for us anyway. Whoa! Came out of nowhere. And by out of nowhere, I mean, like, really telegraphed well in advance. See, our damage is really, really good. And, oh, you know what that is partly the Bloody Lust damage bonus for us, without a doubt. But hey, man, if we can make it work, why not? My shots are so big now that I can't even see the shots that are coming towards me, which seems bad for business, but it's working out really nicely right now. Okay, we got Little Gertie, which is like an awesome selection, and you know what? That didn't take us too much time. Considering we have the Mind, I think we're still going to be able to make the Hush fight, and we got, you know, good range, we got Little Brimstone. I think that we should be able to make this work relatively easily. You know what, though? We should be saving, our keys, because we do need a lot of them. We need 7? Well, if we're gonna open the golden chest, that might suck. We need 7 of them for the Hush Blue Womb. I think this is an easy Hush victory, to be honest with you. And I'm excited about that. Because we'll be able to knock this one out right away. And you know what? I think this is a big win, assuming we win, for my, my rebirth life, if that makes, or my afterbirth life. Oh man, Death's Touch as well. It ruins our visual coin tiers, but then maybe that's not a bad thing, because it means that if you're photosensitive, you can look at the screen again. And also the plus 1.5 damage is awesome. But we're going this way. Yeah, I think this is a big, it's almost a moment of maturing in Afterbirth a little bit, and realizing, hey, Mom's Knife might not be the be-all end-all for this format. And it's kind of new to me. If we were only doing Darkroom, man, to have Mom's Knife, Death's Touch, all that amazing stuff going for us right now would be really cool. But that's not the way that this run is supposed to go if we're going to beat Hush. And I really think that I mean, Fear Shot is not an awesome pickup in and of itself, but I really feel like that was the right pickup for that boss rush room. What a strange circumstance we found ourselves in. But we shouldn't get too heavy-handed with, you know, patting ourselves on the back so hard. We might, you know, break our spine here. Green Day style. But I think we made a good decision. And I feel good about it. As is probably clear. I'm pretty much just leaving consumables behind at this point. Now, this is important. We are going to the Dark Room, which means after you beat Hush, you should make an effort to make sure we don't accidentally go to Shoal. Terrible damage. Let's crack into this so we can at least get a couple charges. No, just one charge back. We do want to check our deal with the devil first. Made it with plenty of time to get to Hush, obviously. Necronomicon is super not worth it. Since we have the negative, I don't think the extra damage from permanent negative aggressive... Isaac New NG has stopped working? No! Tyrone, you wouldn't. You dirty dog. So this happens sometimes. And what happens with it is the game just crashes when you try to fight Hush. So I have heard people talking about this bug today, and I heard that it's a bug that's being fixed. If that's the case, we won't be able to fight Hush today. We're just gonna have to go right into Shoal. So that's disappointing. But I've come to terms with it right away. I know people are already gonna be like, yo, try it multiple times. How many times we've been down that road? You know, we've tried to... Well, the answer is 2. 2 times we've been down that road. But, you know, we've tried to fix the bug, or not fix the bug, but, you know, just bash our heads up against the bug over and over to try to stop it. It doesn't work. So I'm just going to accept that we're not doing the Hush. And instead, we'll focus our efforts on making sure we get to Shoal. So basically, like, the number one thing on my to-do list right now is just make sure you go down the right area here. It's unfortunate. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's real shitty that we're not gonna be able to fight Hush. Instead, we'll go down to Shoal. It happens, okay? Look, I'm a little salty about it as well, but I'm less salty about it because I know we're going to be playing this game for 100 years. So if, you know, we don't manage to get our Hush Samson victory here, we'll get our Hush Samson victory at some point. I'm an easygoing guy. You know, you drop a couple siege rhinos against me, I'm not going to call you a sack of shit. I understand, you know, that's standard life, man. Which may also be the name of an insurance company now that I think about it. This is going to be like record time. I mean, it's not record time, obviously. Let's not be ridiculous. But it's going to be a really, really good time as well. Now, knowing we didn't need to fight the Hush, I'm very glad that we got Death's Touch. Because Mom's Knife was obviously the right choice in that boss rush room. But at the same time, I like our Death's Touch tier effect more than your average, you know, Mom's Knife, you know, steamrolls. So I'm not mad about it so much, but definitely we could have had more optimal damage than we have right now. Oh well. Maybe we'll get Dad's Key, although probably not, and we'll be able to fight Mega Satan and cross that off the posted. Pandora's Box. Doesn't it give us like a penny down here or something silly like this? Just nothing? Okay. I'm not mad, so to speak, just disappointed. What I am a little mad about is having Curse of the Lost on this floor. I wish that we had gotten any other curse basically in the entire game just so we know where we're going. It's not so much that I want to steamroll the game as quickly as possible. It's more that I want to like if I hit a dead end, I want to know where I'm going on the backtrack. Like right now I'm like, oh shit, okay, we got to remember which way it was to get to our spawn room, which is now the hub world for the rest of our operations here. But to be fair, the more rooms we're forced to go to, nah, dog. The more rooms I'm forced to go to, the more likely we are to find more chests. And strictly speaking, the more chests we find, the more likely we are to find Dad's Key and fight Mega Satan. The odds of it are exceptionally low, but if you play enough Isaac, it might happen once or twice. We got Lucky Toe, so maybe that works out for us, you know? It seemed like a decent room to use the death card on. We actually cleared out some enemies that were kind of annoying. Those are like definitely in the top 20 most annoying enemies in the game. Which might sound like top 20, you know, that's not that much. You know, there's you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's a point here, but if I just keep adding you know to the end of it, you'll know. But you know, top 20 annoying enemies in the game is actually pretty significant because there's a lot of annoying enemies in Isaac. So, you know, these guys, they might make the list, I don't know. Mega Fatty's pretty annoying. Top 20 annoying? Maybe. Carrion Queen's definitely in there. I know they're technically bosses, but you know, they're enemies as well. That's gonna hurt. There was a way around that, but I certainly did not make it work properly. Mr. Mega, it's a good item, but it's certainly no no Dad's Key. I feel bad for Chubb. He's, you know, this is like when you're in high school and, you know, they're like, hey, we're taking signups for cross country, beginner runners here, intermediate runners here, and advanced runners here. And then you're like, oh, you know, I've been running for a while. I'm an advanced runner. And they're like, all right, we need you to put down a 16-minute 5K for your qualifier. And you're like, oh, that's what you, okay. I'm going to go over here to the beginner runners, and we're going to have fun, and that's going to be cool. Multi-dimensional baby, Halo. I mean, we're getting some great items. Just because they're not the great items I need doesn't mean I don't appreciate them right now. At least they are doing something for us. And man, these shots that travel through multi-dimensional baby are going to be doing an awful lot of damage. Also, Satanic Bible turned out to, like, super be the right choice. We do have... Wow, that was awesome. We do have a sack back there. More battery charges. We're replacing our spirit hearts with black hearts at this point. That doesn't seem like it's that prudent, but... Whoa! They wouldn't make this room 100% bombs all the time. What do we care about the pills at this point? We're gonna telepills into our deal with the devil? Probably not, right? What do we care? Let's just work our way towards the lamb and be excited and be happy that we had a winning run here that was also quite fun, you know? This was a good run that we really can't feel bad about. There was a lot of great stuff that happened here. We've killed the lamb. We didn't get hit. Did we unlock anything for this? Probably not, because we should have had it unlocked on our post-it note to begin with. We just had that weird save bug. But hey, we've knocked it. Was that that's the negative? No way. Tyrone, come on, bud. What's going on here? For now, we won. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. What's going on?